The children have never done a complete run through, and we're just going to have a bit of fun with it. But before we do, I have yet another piece of paper here with a little bit of background. So when Anna comes in, maybe not. Well, Anna was going to do a welcome to country, an acknowledgement of country, but I'd like to personally acknowledge the traditional owners of country throughout Australia and to recognise their continuing connection to land, waters and community. I pay my respects to them and their cultures and to elders, past, present and future, and sincerely thank them, and I really mean sincerely thank them for sharing their time and knowledge with me in the development of the Waterways project, which has been an ongoing project over the last 4 years. I'd really like to thank Anna, but she's not here. She's out the back, she's busy with a customer. But not many galleries are open to holding potentially very messy workshops with children in the middle of the gallery. For 2 years, I've wanted to create rainsticks with children as part of this project, and I really, really want to thank everybody for making it happen this year. I'd like to thank in particular the family, the carers, the parents, who helped create this opportunity for me and their children. But most of all, I'd like to thank the participants, some of whom are here today. They're aged from 8 to 64, the young and the young at heart, who spent a day experimenting with sound, testing, undoing, retesting, soft like showers in a garden or loud like rain on a tin roof, long extended sounds of drenching rain or thudding outpourings like from a waterspout, summer sprinkles or winter storms with thunder growling underneath. Then came the decorating, blending, mixing colours. Some created soft, misty hues in tune with the gentle sounds they made. Others created landscapes, reaction to rain, growing trees and green grass, or blossom, fat raindrops on dry desert earth, maybe with artesian water below. Silver rain sliding through watercolours, or the way rain made them feel, happy, bright and blooming like a flower. I can encourage you all to talk to participants afterwards and listen closely to the rainsticks that they've made. So others are going to be standing in for the children who couldn't make it today, and will be helping out with a performance on their instruments. So thank you very much for everybody I've roped in at the last minute. Now, why do a recitation of a poem? Well, your almond blossom begins next week. And when I was a child, my grandmother had a small orchard with 3 almond trees on it. Each year we would lay old sheets underneath and cut long bamboo poles and belt the heck out of the trees until all the almonds fell. And then we'd gather them up and put them in an old, pale blue tin tea chest. In the winter, we'd sit by the fire and shell them, tossing the husks into the fire. And as the curling coals gleamed, we'd suck lemons and put the peel on the grate so that the scent of lemon oil filled the room. And we would listen with the lights out as my grandmother and great aunts recited poems from memory. The Man from Snowy River, Clancy of the Overflow, Andy's Gone with Cattle Droven and We Don't Know Where We Are. And one of my favourites, Said Hanrahan. Now, this is an unrehearsed performance and needs some audience help to create our thunderstorm. So there are 4 rain sounds and they grow in intensity. So, here we go. We have the soft rain sound. Can you do this? Okay. Those with small rain sticks make their rain sticks sound. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then we get the pitter-patter of raindrops. And then the median sticks come in. And then we get the heavy downpour. big twist coming. And then it's all. Rain starts to stop. And then it starts to stop. And then it starts to stop. Okay? You good? Yeah. All right. So, let's see if I can remove the top. Cool. We'll all be ruined, said Hanrahan, in accents most forlorn. Outside the church, ere Mass began, one frosty Sunday morn. The congregation stood about, coat collars to their ears, and talked of stock and crops and drought, as it had done for years. It's looking crook, said Daniel Croak. Your dad, it's crook, me lads, for never since the banks went broke have seasons been so bad. It's dry all right, said young O'Neill, with which astute remark he squatted on his heel and chewed a piece of bark. And so around the chorus ran, it's keeping dry, no doubt. You'll be ruined, said Hanrahan, for the year is out. The crops are done. You'll have your work to save one bag of grain. From here way out to Back-a-Burt, they're crying out for rain. They're singing out for rain, he said, and all the tanks are dry. The congregation scratched its head and gazed around the sky. There won't be grass in any case enough to feed an ass. There's not a blade on Casey's place as I came down to Mass. If rain don't come this month, said Dan, and cleared his throat to speak. We'll all be ruined, said Hanrahan, if rain don't come this week. A heavy silence seemed to fall on all at this remark. And every man squatted down and chewed his piece of bark. We need an inch of rain, we do, O'Neill observed at last. But Croak maintained we wanted 2 to put the danger past. If we don't get 3 inches, man, or 4 to break this drought, we'll all be ruined, said Hanrahan, before the year is out. In God's good time, down came the rain. And all the afternoon, on iron roof and window pane, it drummed a homely tune. And through the night, it chattered still, and lights and glads and elves on dripping spout and window sill kept talking to themselves. Belted all night long, it's singing it through. So let it be hard to cut the strong way out to the Back-a-Burt. Every creek was wonder rain, and down and still over top. You'll be ruined, said Hanrahan, if this rain doesn't stop. Stop it did, in God's good time. And spring came in to fold a mantle of a hill sublime of green and pink and gold. And days went by on dancing feet with harvest hopes immense. And laughing eyes beheld the wheat mid-nodding o'er the fence. Now, the smiles on every face as happy lad and lass through grass knee-deep on Casey's place went riding down to Mass. While round the church, in clothes genteel, discoursed the men of mark, and each man squatted on his heel, and chewed a piece of bark. There'll be bushfires for sure, me man. There will, without a doubt. We'll all be rude, said Hanrahan, before the year is out. Thank you very much. Now, if you bear with me for 1 minute, we're going to do a little bit of a rearranging. Anna, could we just bring the painting down?
Yes.
Joe, could you help Anna, please? Sorry. Yeah. Just for fun, can we all stand up and just make the rain sound again? Because I just thought it sounded great. Sorry. Ready? Let's start it off soft. Start it off soft. And here we go. Yeah. Here we go. I think we just leave it up. Yeah. Thank you everybody for being such a good storm. That's good. That's good. Now, O'Brien, who wrote Said Hanrahan, published it in 1919, which was in the middle of the Spanish flu epidemic. And I think he realised what we all realised is that, we need to laugh now and again, especially when times are bad. And times have been tough for a lot of artists in particular, and everybody, but the artist community's been hit hard. And during COVID, to keep myself, to encourage myself to get up in the morning and to keep creating and keep the joy in creativity, I started painting the work that's on the far wall down there, and this is a print of it. And it's a work called Zest for Life. And it's like a visual reminder. As I painted it, it was a daily reminder to me that you need a stable base. Three-legged base might be a tad unconventional, but that suits me. The lemons reminded me of the old homily, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. The spiralling curl reminded me not to think those spiralling thoughts and remember the zest for life. The red shoes said dance like nobody's watching, because nobody was. And as I painted it, which I started painting it just for me, but as I painted it, there came a call from Restless Dance Theatre. And Restless Dance is a fantastic organisation, and they've had their federal funding cut, and of course funds through performances dried up during COVID. And so they put out a call to raise money to keep them going. And I thought, well, I could donate this painting because, what's more inclusive than a three-legged dancer? And the red shoes the story of the red shoes is a very famous dancing story. And then I thought, but that's only one painting. It's not an ongoing income. Can't provide an ongoing income for them. So I decided to do an exclusive print of the painting and change the curtain colour for them. So it's exclusive. It's not the same as my painting. It's especially for Restless Dance. And all proceeds go directly to them. So Anna has very kindly waived her commission. The framers have given a 30% discount on framing the print for the rest of the year. So if you buy the print, there'll be only 10 made of this colourway. And it really encouraged me that we can all help in different ways. We can help each other in so many ways. We can help by coming to an event like this and participating. We can help sometimes just by smiling. That's sometimes enough. And this was my way of helping Restless Dance. And as often happens, the reason for doing something becomes apparent after you've actually done it. So the curtain in the background now becomes, don't bring the curtain down on the arts. So I hope you can support each other and your wider community in whichever way you can. And I thank you very, very, very much for coming and supporting me here today. Thank you. Thank you. We're done.
Thank you.